Hello everyone, myself Umar Mulani, working as Assistant Professor in Computer Science and Engineering Department of Sharad Institute of Technology, College of Engineering, Yadra, Itzelkaranji. As I am handling the subject blockchain for the last year students in the Computer Science and Engineering Department, today we'll discuss about the concept. A concept regarding blockchain is hash pointer. So before discussing about the hash pointer, we just discussed about what is the linked list, because is one kind of hash pointer is using the concept which is represented in the linked list and which is also going to called as a blockchain. So as in the linked list, we know that is the linked list is a consist of the list, and each list will be having a three fields, one which will called as an previous node, then data node, and one is having a next node, where in the previous node which will storing the information of the previous list that will attach with the next node or the next list. Likewise, the list will be created. Similar fashion, we can say that is the blockchain is also one of the concept where the blocks are connected with each other by using the hash pointer. So the hash pointer, or we may say that is hash, is stored in the hash pointer is a hash of the whole data of the previous block, which also includes the hash pointer to the block before that one. As it has been mentioned for the blockchain is that the previous block which will be represented or which is connected with the present block, where the hash pointer in the block which will give the idea about the previous block, and they are connected to the each other. A hash pointer is a data structure that is used a lot in a system that where we are talking about it, and it is basically a pointer to the place where some information is stored. Generally, the hash pointer is one kind of a data structure where the information which is information, or may say the data which has been stored within the pointer. Together with the pointer, we are going to store a cryptographic hash of the information. Along with the pointer, not only we are storing the information, not only storing the data of a particular block, along with the hash pointer, we are also going to store the information of cryptographic hash, that is for the security purpose of the blockchain. Generally, whenever the block, or we may say the node, is created in the blockchain, it will be provided with the cryptographic hash function. So whenever the hash pointer is created or the hash pointer is used to store the information, along with that cryptographic hash function is also stored or attached with the information. Next we'll discuss about Markle tree, one of the concept in the blockchain. A number of blockchain technologies which are using a Markle tree. So what is the Markle tree? Is one of the fundamental blockchain technology, as number of concept or the number of applications which are using a blockchain, they are using Markle tree. So it is one of the fundamental concept used in the blockchain technology. So the structure of Markle tree is used to provide a secure verification of the particular content, and which is efficient to store the large amount of information within the node or within the blocks. So this structure is verified with the consistency and the content of the data. Generally, along with verification and efficient storage of the Marklet tree, the structure is also used to verify its consistency and the content of the data. Once it is going to be created Marklet tree, the information will be continuously observed and it will be stored within the block. Marklet tree are used by both Bitcoin and Ethereum. As I told you, that is number of applications as used Marklet tree. So in Bitcoin and Ethereum is one of the applications of blockchain. They are using Marklet tree. To construct a Marklet tree, the initial data elements are first hashed using Marklet tree hash function to generate the leaf node of the tree. Generally, the structure, or we may say that is how the Marklet tree is generated. First, it will be values or data of that element is hashed using the hash Marklet tree function, and which will generate as leaf, will called as a leaf as a node of that blockchain, and then resulting hash data are subsequently hashed together in pair to create a parent node of the leaf node. Once by using Marklet hash function, once it is created the leaf node, by resulting of that or by combining that two nodes, which will generated another hash function by combining that two leaf nodes hash function, Marklet hash function, which will generate a parent node from that leaf node. Now we'll discuss about how the Marklet tree is going to be created. Here is a diagram which will show you the better idea about how the Marklet tree will be generated. As it is mentioned, that is initial data element are first hashed using Marklet tree hash function. That means it is generating the leaf. This is what we may say, that is this is the information, that is t into 100, t into 101, t into 102 and t into 103. So this data which will be hashed with the Marklet tree hash function and which will generate the hash value, it is hash 100, hash 101, hash 102, hash 103 respectively for the nodes, and this hash 100 to hash 103, which is considered as a leaf of the Marklet tree, which will generate the parent node, as it is considering the resulting hash data are subsequently hashed together. Means this hash 100 and hash 101 are hashed together and produce a resulting hash value, that is hash 100 and 101. This is what we say, that is an parent node from the leaf hash 100 and hash 101. Similarly, we can generate the parent node as hash 102 to 103 from the leaf hash 102 and hash 103, and resulting of these two, which will generate a root hash which will having a previous hash and nonce. This is what we can say, that is this is a one block, or we may say the block header, which is created from the Marklet tree, and all this will consider as an one block which will consist in a previous hash, and nonce which will be given or which will be represent for the next node or the next block of the blockchain application or the blockchain technology. So this diagram will give you the idea about how the Markle tree which is going to be generated. So here one should understand that whenever the Markle tree is generated, the tree which is generated with the Markle tree hash function, and initially it will generate hash value for their leaf, and consequently it will going to be generated for the parent node of the leaf nodes. Next we'll discuss about digital signature is one of the important concept within the blockchain technology. Always in a blockchain the security is provided with the different criteria or the different concepts, and one of the concept is the digital signature. We may having a different kinds of security concepts are there, which will having a private key, public key, encryption, cryptographic representation, and in that we are having a digital signature, which is also one of the important concept to represent a blockchain. So what is a digital signature? So digital signature is detail of electronic document that is used to identify the person transmitting data. Generally, digital signature is used to identify a particular user who is going to transmit the information or transmit the data, and which is, we can say, it is an electronic document which will be used to generate the transmission within the block. The detailed values is result of cryptographic transformation of information through the use of private and public key. As we know, that is some of the security aspects of blockchains are used as cryptographic transformation of the information through using public and the private keys. So here we can say that is, along with the digital signature, we are using some other security aspects used in the blockchain technology, such as cryptographic and private key and the public key. Here in the first diagram you will see that is the first diagram, which is representing about signing a message with the private key. Whenever we are transferring the information from one node to the another node, or we can say transmitting the information from one participant to the other participant, it will be hashed. The content of that information will be hashed. That means the hash value is provided with the information, and that hash value is then encrypted hash using signature's private key. This hash value, the hash value which is generated, will be encrypted with the private key, and which will generate a digital signature which will be attached with the information, which will attach with the data, and that will be considered as an digitally signed data. So this is the first user which is doing the information, or which is using the digital signature to transmit to the other user. So what happened at the other user is that how he can verify the information. So the verifying the message with the public key, he can verify that message with using its public key. So when the data comes to the other user, which is in digitally signed data, so that data which is having a hash value attached with that data, so So that digital signature will be decrypted by using signal's public key. So the other user is using the public key to decrypt that information, and which will produce the hash value, and the hash value which is decrypted and the hash value which is attached with the information should be matched. Then and then only that user will get the exact information the first user has sent the data to the other user. Next is public key cryptography. So we'll discuss about what is the public key cryptography. Blockchain make use of several different types of cryptography. Public key cryptography uses a pair of public key and private key to perform a different task. Generally, when we deal with the cryptography, we are going to use public key and the private key to perform a different task over a cryptography. Using a person's public key, it is possible to encrypt a message so that only a person with the private key can decrypt and read it. For encryption and a decryption, one should know about the public key and one should know about its private key. Then and then only they can able to see the information or see the data one has been sent to the other. So here is the diagram which will give the idea about how the encryption or cryptographic has been used with the digital signature. So the data, the information, the sheet which has been signed by the one user, we call it Alex, signing a message with its private key along with its signature, digital signature. So this data is consist of private key of Alex and its digital signature. Once that information is sent to the other, where John is verifying Alex's signature, so other user will verify that information by using Alex's public key. That means John should know about the public key of Alex. Then and then only he can able to see the information sent by the Alex to the John, and he can verify its signature by using Alex public key, and it will approve that information to add within the blockchain. Next is a basic cryptography or cryptocurrency. So cryptocurrency generally which is used in the Bitcoin, where it is known as one of the best cryptocurrency and the one for which blockchain technology was invented. Because of that only we may say that is blockchain technology has been come into the picture. The cryptocurrency is medium of exchange such as US dollar, but is digital and use encryption technique to control the creation of monetary unit and to verify the transfer of fund. Generally, cryptocurrency is in the form of digital and encrypted form, and generally it is used as US dollar, and one can verify the transmission, the financial transmission over a network by using certain kinds of security aspects. So this diagram which will deals you the exact what kind of concept which is used in the cryptocurrency. One is has no intrinsic value, in that it is not redeemable For another commodity such as gold, generally it is not going to be used for different other purposes. It is used to represent only for financial aspects, not for the other materials, just like a gold. Another thing is that no one physical has no physical forms and exists only in the network. It will not generate any kind of physical documents or the recorded information in the physical form. It is generally exists within the network. And another aspect is that its supply is not determined by the central bank and the network is completely decentralized. So here no central banks, that means no government is going to be involved within this. Only the network which is created by the users within that blockchain, they will be authenticating by using decentralized process. So now we'll discuss about how actual the blockchain technology works. So they're having a 7 steps which are involved within it. So the first step, which is going to be considered as the transaction, is going to be requested, initiated, and once the transaction is initiated, which will be circulated to all the users within the network, that is, the transaction is broadcast to a peer-to-peer network, means whatever the users are within the network of this particular blockchain, every users will get the information about this transaction, and that consists of and that network may be the consist of computer, or otherwise it's called as an nodes. And the third step is the network of nodes uses known algorithm to validate the transaction and user status. Known algorithm, it means here every user is governed with the certain consents, and according to that they will validate the particular transaction and they will identify a particular user. Once they identify and validate that users, next is verified transaction can involve cryptocurrency. Then they will allow to do the transaction, and that transaction will be verified with the cryptocurrency contract, record, or other information. And once it is going to be verified the transaction, its all information and all record will be stored, and related to that all the information is going to be stored within the network, and the transaction is combined with other transaction once verified to create a new block of data for the ledger. Once the transaction is combined with the other kinds of information or other kinds of transaction and verification has been done, then the new block will be created within the ledgers, and which will added within the network. That is, new block is added to the existing block, and which will be permanent and which is not altered by the other users. And the last step which is involved within this blockchain technology is the transaction is now finished and the transaction is now finalized. So the users will get all the information, or the users will get the requested information, the requested currency to the end user. So basically this diagram which is showing about a financial transaction, that means transaction over a currency, how that it will work in the blockchain technology, which will generally involves certain kinds of validation and authentication process. And once it is authentication has been done, or the verification has been done with the certain kinds of algorithm, then that record will be stored within the network in a particular node. And once the node is created, the node will not going to be altered by anyone, and it will be permanently created within the block, and then we may say that is the transaction has been completed. Thank you.